Does the high interest rate and inflation impact the upcoming UK election? What are the views of the political parties? The upcoming UK election is fast approaching, and there are several pressing issues that will likely sway the votes of the electorate. Among them, the hot topics of high interest rates and inflation have garnered much attention. Both the high interest rate and inflation have the potential to significantly impact the economy and the livelihoods of the citizens. Let's delve into how these factors have influenced the political landscape and the views of the major political parties. The high interest rates, which are set by the Bank of England with the aim of controlling inflation, can have far-reaching consequences. They directly affect the cost of borrowing, making it more expensive for individuals and businesses alike. This can lead to reduced spending and investment, resulting in a slowdown in economic growth. The impact of high interest rates is particularly significant for homeowners with mortgages, as it increases their monthly repayments and puts a strain on their finances. The issue of inflation is closely linked to the high interest rate. Inflation refers to the increase in the general level of prices for goods and services. A moderate level of inflation is often viewed as a sign of a healthy and growing economy. However, when inflation rises above a certain threshold, it erodes the purchasing power of consumers and diminishes their standard of living. This makes it harder for people to afford essential goods and services such as food, housing, and healthcare. Political parties have differing views on how to address the challenges posed by high interest rates and inflation. The Conservative Party, traditionally supportive of free market principles, tends to favor a more hands-off approach. They believe that market forces should be allowed to dictate interest rates and inflation with minimal government intervention. Their argument is that this approach promotes economic efficiency and encourages businesses to thrive, ultimately benefiting the entire society. On the other hand, the Labour Party, with a more interventionist stance, tends to advocate for government intervention to manage interest rates and inflation. They argue that the government should actively work to ensure that these rates are kept at a reasonable level, especially to protect the most vulnerable in society. Labour believes that a fair and just society requires a balance between market forces and government regulation. Other parties, such as the Liberal Democrats, Green Party, and Scottish National Party, also have their own perspectives on interest rates and inflation. However, the consensus among these parties is the recognition of the importance of maintaining stability and protecting people's financial well-being. In conclusion, the high interest rate and inflation are indeed crucial factors that will impact the upcoming UK election. The views of the political parties differ on how these issues should be managed, with the Conservatives leaning towards less government intervention and the Labour Party advocating for a more active role. As voters, it is essential to carefully consider the approaches of each party and choose the one that aligns with our personal beliefs and priorities.